Okay, slowly we can improve our skills, then we can go and discuss about our DevOps. I'm not going to be teaching DevOps as initial for 2 to 3 days. I will give you more concept on the what is meant by software. Okay, how the software guys are going to be working within the organization. So let's take some example. Okay, some Flipkart applications. In general terms, we can discuss. There is a Flipkart application. You can think this is my application. Okay, everyone is going to be using Flipkart. How these particular links you are going to be getting? Whenever you are going to be clicking on the cart, it's going to be having some information which particular items you are going to be choosing. I'm just logging to my account. Whenever I'm going to be logging to this particular account, how you guys are going to be, I'm just logging to this. Okay, it's looking for some mobile number. I'm just logging to my account. Okay. So how we are going to be getting, whenever I'm going to be clicking on this, where it's going to be connecting. All these are here. We can see I just added few of the things inside my saved for later. In cart I don't have anything as of now. If I'm going to be using this particular Flipkart applications, whenever I'm going to be clicking on the groceries, just clicking on that as a user. Okay, you are a customer, you doesn't know about anything in this particular Flipkart, how this particular one is giving the output. Previously you can see there is a Flipkart Plus, and whenever you are going to be clicking on this, it's going to be opening some new page. How this particular page is going to be opening? What happened behind this? This all the requirement is going to be asking by some client. Here we have some Flipkart client. Okay, here this guy is a Flipkart client. Okay, here we have three types of companies are there. Basically we have three types of companies are there. One is product based company, and second one is service based companies, and third one is startup companies. Okay, here we have, it's a payroll companies are also, we can think that is a third party companies, not a startup, third party companies, third party payrolls we can call. Okay, we have three types of companies basically. One is a product based, second one is a service based, and third one is a payroll. Product based in the sense they are going to be manufacturing. It's like as any manufacturing, or it might be some software, whatever it is. This particular software they are going to be designing for their own purpose. Okay, these guys are going to be designing their own purpose. What is the software they are going to be giving? It's like as a Flipkart. Flipkart is a software. That particular software is going to be using for their own purpose. So these guys might have software company or not. I doesn't know about that. Okay, it might be. They may or may not exist. If it is exist, that is a product based company. If these guys doesn't have any company, okay, they need to rely on some other company. These guys need to rely on some other company. So we are going to be taking some service based companies. Okay, what they're going to be done? These guys are looking for some work. Who have some software company? These guys are going to be keeping some link in between these two, some service based company. We can think this is a service based company. These guys are not going to be creating, these guys are not going to be manufacturing anything. Okay, service based companies, what these guys are going to be done, these guys are going to be getting the work. Okay, this Flipkart guys required to create this particular web pages. How these guys are going to be getting this particular web pages? So Flipkart guys are going to be communicating with some other companies. These guys are going to be helping us to complete their work. What is the Flipkart requirement? Based on that, these guys need to be fulfilled. Okay, so these guys are going to be providing some manufacture, it's like as a manpower. Okay, and here these guys are going to be working within the same company also. These guys are going to be working within this company, and they are going to be creating some package. Finally they are going to be creating some package. That particular package they are going to be providing to Flipkart client. Okay, this is our client. So here we can think the service based companies, like we have some Tech Mahindra is there, Tech M, or it might be TCS is there, or it might be Wipro is there, Infosys is there. Okay, these are service based companies. Okay, what these guys are going to be done, these guys doesn't have their own products. These guys are going to be getting the work from different clients. So client is going to be asking some work. Based on the work, these guys are going to be starting their work. Okay, in this company we have different teams are there. Okay, not only one team, not only one person is going to be working on this. Here we need to understand about SDLC. That is a software development life cycle. Okay, software development life cycle. We need to understand about this. Okay, how the software is going to be creating, how this particular software is going to be creating. Finally, we are going to be creating some Flipkart software, how it will create. So we need to understand about this particular software development life cycle. In this, what are the teams are going to be working. I will show you some image here. SDLC. Okay, here we can go to some images, and here this is my image. I'm going to be showing this is my image. This particular image we can see now. Based on the images, okay, based on the images only we can discuss, so that it will be clear for you and we can easily understood about the topics as well. Okay, from starting to ending I will show you some image each and every day, how it will work, and from where to where it's going to be starting. Okay, it's going to be from where it's starting and from where we are going to be ending that particular topic. Okay, so here we can see we have 6 phases are there in this particular software development life cycle. So 6 teams are going to be involving. Okay, basically one software need to be developed. Okay, if you want to be develop any project, any software, 6 teams are going to be involving in this. First one is a planning. This is the plan. What these guys are going to be done normally, as per our discussion, who is going to be communicating with this client? This planning team are going to be communicating with Flipkart guys. Okay, here Flipkart guys are going to be asking some requirement. Okay, one requirement, second and third, like they're going to be providing some different requirements. Okay, these requirements are going to be collecting by plan, and once these guys are going to be getting the information, next team are going to be analyzing this particular requirement. Okay, these guys, next team, what they're going to be done, basically these guys are not going to be creating any document. They will just collect the information. Those information they will provide to analysis team. Okay, analysis. What this analysis team is going to be done, so this analysis team is going to be communicating with planning team, and these guys will get the information. Okay, these guys will get the information, and once these guys get the information, analysis team is going to be creating some document. Here document will be prepared based on this particular requirement is going to be collecting by plan, and based on this particular requirements these guys are going to be creating some document, and they will do some analysis as well. Once the analysis is done, what will be happen, they are going to be creating some SRS documentation. Okay, requirement specifications, software requirement specifications. If you want to be develop any software, what are the requirements we have, how we can go and create that particular software. Okay, regarding this particular software requirement specifications, this particular document they are going to be creating. Okay, here these guys are going to be creating what are the softwares are required, and how much time is going to be taking for that, what about the cost it is, everything is going to be done analysis here. Okay, all analysis are going to be happening under this particular analysis time. And next one is we have some other team like design. Actual development is not yet started. No one is not yet started our development. Before going to start our development, before going to start our work, these many teams are going to be involving to create, it's like as a whatever it is, anything is going to be starting, anything before going to start anything, we need to analyze what will be happen if I'm going to be completing this particular project, what will happen exactly. Okay, we are not going to be thinking much here. If something wrong, okay, we need to understand about everything, like what we can say, whether it is a right or wrong, whatever it is. Okay, if you start anything, you should think positives and negatives, both you need to be analyzed. Okay, if it is success, how much you will get. If it is failure, what is the reason why it will fail, how we can overcome that particular failures. Okay, before going to start your work, you need to be analyze all these things. Because of that reason, we have a lot of teams are there in our organization. Some business analysts, have you heard about the business analyst? These guys are going to be working in the planning, analysis and design team. Okay, these three teams are going to be working, these three teams are going to be working on these particular activities. Finally, what is the document is created by analysis team, these guys are going to be communicating with design team now. Okay, these document they will provide to design team, and design team also they are going to be creating their own document, design document specifications, DDS. There is one more document, design document specification, design document specification. This particular document is going to be designing by design team. What is there inside this? Already we have some information. What is the budget and how much, what are the softwares we are going to be using. Okay, everything is there under this. Here in this particular design document, okay, if my software is ready, what is the complications we are going to be facing? What about the security concerns? Security concerns. Here we are going to be taking the reviews. Okay, here we are going to be taking the reviews from customers. We are going to be taking the review from security side. We are going to be taking the review. Okay, we are going to be taking review from different teams. Which one is best? Okay, whether this one is start whenever you are going to be starting, what are the security compliances we are going to be facing. Okay, if it is going to be failing, what is the complications we are going to be facing. Everything these guys are going to be designed. Okay, these reviews are going to be done under this particular design section. Once everything is perfect, yes, this particular software will give more impression for us. Okay, customers more customers are going to be using. Okay, if customers are going to be using this particular product, in the sense it's a good product. Okay, everything is good, then only our actual work is going to be starting. As of now, none of the developer is going to be starting our work, none of the software guy is going to be starting their work. Okay, from as of now, only business analysts, they are going to be analyzing about the project. What will be the happen if I'm going to be starting this particular project. Okay, everything is going to be done under this particular three teams. Once if everything is good under this particular DDS document, we have one more team called development. Actual coding is going to be writing by this particular developers. We are not a part of developers, don't think about this. Okay, here we need to understand about what these guys are going to be done. Here I'm going to be saying that these guys are going to be writing actual code. Developers, these guys are going to be writing some, it might be Java, or it might be Node.js, or it might be Python, or it might be some Golang. Like they are going to be using different languages based on these particular documents. Here we are going to be defining that which particular tools we need to be used, which particular languages we need to be used. All these documents information, all these information we are going to be writing under this. It means business analysts are going to be writing under this. Based on that info, we are going to be hiring some developers. These developers are starting their work based on the client requirement. Based on this client requirement, these guys are going to be starting their work. It might be Java or Node.js or Python. Okay, once these guys are completed their work, from here onwards, Devops guys came into picture. After coding is ready, we are a persons to deliver the product to customers. Okay, here we are going to be using our Flipkart applications. Up to that particular code, I'm going to be showing some code in my GitHub. I'm just showing my GitHub. This is the place where we are going to be keeping our code. It might be some developers, it's my own personal repositories. Okay, here I have some different codes are there. So in this particular place I'm going to be keeping, for now this is a public, but in organizations we are not going to be keeping this one is a public. All these are private, so no one is not going to be seeing our repositories. Here I have some Spring Boot application, just a small application I'm going to be using here. This particular application is written by developers. Once they written this particular application I want to deploy like as this. Okay, once development is ready, once code is ready, we need to test this particular code, right, before going to move into production. Okay, before going to use by customers, what we can be done, we need to test this particular code. So we have some testing team is there, test, and here I'm going to be saying that deployment also, or it might be integration we can call. Here both I'm going to be keeping in one section. So this test and development, this particular code is going to be testing by testing team. This is the fifth guys, it's like a fifth team is going to be working under that. Once this particular test is ready, if everything is good, yes, this particular developers are written, that particular code is ready, this particular code is ready for deployments. Okay, if this particular code, this particular code is ready, we can see these particular pages, there is no issue. So here we are going to be confirming that once you get the confirmation, we can deploy our applications. Deployment in the sense, we are going to be seeing our application like this. Finally we are going to be seeing our application look like this. Okay, this is what our expectations. Okay, here customers, once you have done the deployment, customers can use our applications from that particular point of time. Okay, once customers, they are going to be using this particular application, there might be initial days, they might be some issues, right? Might be some issues are going to be happening. Okay, this particular application is not able to log in, you are unable to log into this particular applications. Sometimes while you are going to be purchasing your product, your card is not going to be working fine. Okay, it's not working fine, we can get a lot of issues. Those particular issues are going to be resolving by maintenance team. Okay, here this maintenance team is going to be involving to resolve that particular issues. Okay, these guys are keep on monitoring, these guys are going to be giving some support to our customers. Okay, when our customers is going to be facing any issues, these guys involving and these guys helping to resolve, these guys are going to be maintaining the software. What is the deployment is happened, this particular deployment is the responsible. Okay, maintenance team is the responsible for this particular deployments. Okay, this particular page is down, if this particular page is not working fine, so who is monitor this one, these guys are going to be monitoring our applications. Okay, for 1 or 2 years these guys are going to be giving some support. Even if it is the lifetime also, there is no issue, it's based on client requirement. For client, these guys need to be asked some requirement. Okay, these guys need some support from our team itself. Okay, this is what is going to be happening in our organizations. This is about our software development life cycle. Actual process is started from planning team itself. Okay, here these are the major things are going to be happening in our organizations. So we can discuss one more time within 5 minutes. I will give you information about this. So quickly we can discuss about, we can summarize this particular information. Okay, once completion of this, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will give you clearly what is meant by software development life cycle. Software development life cycle in the sense where you are going to be starting your work and where it will be end. What are the teams are involved in this particular software development life cycle. Okay, basically some client is going to be coming up for us. This Flipkart guy, might be this guy doesn't have any software team, so these guys are going to be these guys are coming to our organizations, or it might be this particular planning team is going to be communicating with Flipkart team. Okay, it might be both cases, it might be whether those guys are comes to our office, or it might be these guys will go to there and they will ask some requirement. Okay, it might be those guys are going to be interacting one to other and they're going to be getting some information. Planning team is going to be communicating with our client, and this particular plan are going to be getting the information for client. What is the requirement it is. Okay, all these requirements we are going to be keeping as a document by analysis team. These guys are not going to be creating any document. Document will be designed by this particular analysis team. Document is going to be creating by analysis team. Okay, in this particular document, this is SRS document. In this particular document, we are going to be keeping all this information about your project and what are the tools we are going to be using. Okay, everything, every information is going to be storing under this particular analysis team. Once this particular project is ready, what will be happen? These guys are going to be taking some reviews from different teams. Okay, some customer review we are going to be taking, security reviews we are going to be taking, like we have different reviews. Okay, some different teams. Okay, these guys are going to be getting the reviews from different teams. If everything is good, then only we are going to be starting our work. Here developers are going to be starting their work. What is the codes? It might be based on this requirement. These guys start their work and they are going to be writing some code. Okay, this particular code is going to be fulfill this particular client requirement, and this particular code is good or not. Who is going to be checking this code is good or not? If any issues are there in this particular code, any like a lot of testings are going to be happening. Once this particular code is ready, based on test cases, this testing team, those guys are going to be testing our code. Once code is ready, then only that particular code is going to be deploying into production environment. Deployment in the sense, we are going to be seeing our application look like where some web pages, or it might be some other different applications. Okay, so this particular deployment is going to be happening based on this particular code. Once deployment is done, whether this particular application is working fine or not, we need to monitor 24/7. Okay, there is a maintenance team is there. These guys are monitoring our application. If any issues are going to be happening, okay, this particular application might be down. In that particular case, who is responsible for that? These guys, this maintenance team, are going to be helping us to monitor our applications. If any issues are coming, these guys trying to resolve that particular issues. Even sometimes these guys might not have chance to resolve that particular issues. So in that case, these guys will be communicate with our DevOps team, or it might be these guys will communicate with development team also. Okay, it's a different use cases are there. Later we can discuss about that. Okay, these are the major departments we have inside our software field. Okay, in that we are going to be working under this particular place. Okay, I will give you more information about this in tomorrow's session about the DevOps life cycle. Currently this is about our software development life cycle. Okay, is this clear? Any questions? I will give you slowly what is the things are going to be happening. Okay, don't go speed. Please, if you have any questions, please let me know. We can discuss on that. Okay. Sometimes I may not read these particular questions, so in chat you can unmute yourself and you can talk. There is no issue. Okay, it's just a demo for today. I will take 3 demos continuously. Today we have discussed about software development life cycle. Tomorrow we can discuss about DevOps life cycle. Okay, and we can discuss about what is the use case of this particular DevOps and all. Everything we can see one by one. Yeah, it's a testing in the sense quality assurance, everything we are going to be checking. I'm just stop recording. If you have any questions, please let me know.